Hi, Coach Jeff here, and tonight we're going to talk about cutbacks. Some of you know I'm really fascinated by numbers in soccer, and that's called analytics. Now, some people think that you can't reduce soccer to numbers, but I disagree. I think if you look at the numbers in soccer, you can see some fascinating trends, and sometimes it tells you a better way to play. So in a 2014 article by an author called Michael Cayley in the Washington Post, he talked about the two most dangerous passes in soccer: through balls and cutbacks. And I know we talked about through balls last time. We'll talk about cutbacks tonight. In the English Premier League, he said there were about 300 to 450 passes in a game or a match. And of that, he said it took about 200 passes to equal one goal. And we don't even want to think about how many turnovers occur. So through balls. With through balls, about 70% of successful through balls result in a shot. And that means about 5 completed successful through balls resulted in a goal. With cutbacks, 80% of successful cutbacks result in a shot. So what that means is 7.5 completed successful cutbacks result in a goal. So you can see there's a large opportunity to score a goal with either a through ball or a cutback, thus the article that was titled "The Two Most Dangerous Passes in Soccer." It's also fascinating that if you look at cutbacks, you actually have the opportunity to get more shots, but if you look at through balls, you have an opportunity to score more goals. Okay, so what is the definition of a cutback? The definition of a cutback is a pass attempted from within about 6 yards of the end line and toward the center of the box. But before we do that, let's talk about the 5 W's. As far as cutbacks, what are we trying to do? We're trying to score goals. Where are we trying to do a cutback? Just like with through balls, we're attacking in the attacking third. Who are we going to talk about tonight? We're going to talk about the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. When do we do through balls? When we possess the ball near the end line and 6-yard box. And why do we do cutbacks? We're going to support the attack. We're trying to create 2v1s or 1v1s, and we're trying to get numbers in the box. Okay, so once again, let's talk about the definition of a cutback. A pass attempted from within about 6 yards of the end line. So you can see right here, I've got 2 of our players. Now this isn't happening simultaneously. I just have 2 here to represent that this clearly can be done from either side of the 6-yard box. But the first part of the definition, pass attempted from within about 6 yards of the end line. You can see in both cases, our player has carried the ball forward and they are within 6 yards of the end line. So you can see that on both sides. And a pass is made toward the center of the box. You can see in both cases that pass is made toward the center of the box. And then of course, when that pass is made, we should have multiple runners making a run on the ball. Okay, let's go to the chart here. Okay, once again, let's kind of review, basically what we have going on here. Now you can see the red opponent, okay? And you can see the goalkeeper, and you can see the 4 backs, the 2 center backs and the 2 full backs. The 2, the 4, the 5, and the 3. You can also see their 3 midfielders. And I didn't draw their 3 forwards. I've got them set up in a 4-3-3. And then much like our 4-1-3-2, you can see our 6, you can see our 3 midfielders, you can see our 11, our 8, and our 7, and then you can see our 2 forwards there. Okay, so in the example I have here, the 7 has carried the ball in from within about 6 yards of the end line, and they've made that pass toward the center of the box. And then the 10 and the 9 are making a run on the ball. So is the 11, although they're far post, and then the 8 and the 6 are supporting play. So, that's fundamentally, what a cutback is. Now, I want to point out some very important things as far as cutbacks. Number one, don't carry the ball wide. And what I mean by that, if you're the 7 and you have the opportunity to get closer to goal, do that. They're going to give you the space out wide, because the further out wide you are, the less of a threat you are. So resist the temptation just to stay out wide because there's a lot of space. If they're going to give you better space to the inside, take it. Okay. Number 2, don't take a bad angle shot. A lot of times we get the ball in this position, or we actually carry along the inline, and then what we try to do is take a really bad angle shot. That's a pretty low percentage shot, so resist that temptation. Another thing, resist the temptation to just crush across. A lot of times we get the ball in here, we think, oh, I need to crush the ball. And we crush that cross square across the goal mouth. Okay, well, a lot of times that doesn't do any good because you got so many opponents here, and then we put too much weight on it and it just flows through the entire 18-yard box. So don't make those 2 common mistakes if you get the ball in this position. The bad angle shot or just crush that square across. Another thing, sometimes it's going to be very chaotic in there. A lot's going on in a hurry. So don't think that you always have to pass the feet. Okay, it's more important just to get the ball in that space. So don't waste a lot of time thinking, I got to pick out some feet here, I got to pick out some feet here. No, just push it into that space. The last thing, take a little weight off the ball. You don't have to hit that thing really hard. Just kind of hit it softly into that area, and you should have a teammate running on the ball. Okay, so again, avoid those common mistakes. Don't carry wide. Don't take a bad angle shot. Resist the temptation to crush across. Don't think you must pass the feet, and take some weight off the ball. So I hope you learned something tonight about the 2 most dangerous passes in soccer. I hope to see you soon. And next time we're going to talk about something called breaking lines. How do we break our opponent's lines? I'll talk about what those lines are and how we break them. And I'm also going to talk about why our center backs, if they carry the ball, it's very effective in breaking the opponent's line. So thank you, and hope to see you guys soon.